I forgot to set our fucking goal for our 50 goal or whatever, but it starts out at $1. Okay, just like it did last time. So if we did 50 of them for $1, that's $50. So fuck you, Josh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly. Lab After Dark is starting soon.
What's happening? I wish I could. Nothing makes sense. Good is bad. Bad is good. Ugly is pretty. Pretty is ugly.
Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
None of it makes sense. None of it. Why should it? How could anything make sense with nonsensical people?
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.
Chunky chunks on the old soundboard. Honestly, I wonder what happens.
What's the point?
When your local court
Lab After Dark starts now.
runs into the set of The Hills Have Eyes or The Walking Dead or whatever weird Southern movie you wanna call it. I don't know. I mean, it's wild. Absolutely wild. So what's up, everybody? Good to see you. Good to be here. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. Whoa, bud, what? Don't break my cadence. What are you doing? Just saying hi. What's up? Although nobody's here yet. Why did you say you took down your video a minute ago? I don't think I did. I just made a new live stream. That's all I did. Because that other one was, I don't know, it was mixed up between Streamlabs, StreamYard, Stream this, Stream that. Yeah, you guys are somebodies. When I say nobody, I mean like, you know, it's early. What's up, Sharon? Of course you're somebody. We're all somebodies. Oh my God, dude. You got to see these pictures that Shady's got. Let me see if I'm sure my picture is messed up too. Shocker. Okay, display capture. Boom, 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 boom. Shady has no chill. She's got nothing. She's got none at all. Oh my Lord. Wow. Oh man. Let me see here. That is absolutely terrifying. It said on my screen. I don't know what you mean. What happened? What are you talking about? Highlighted chat. He looks like what you'd pull out of a clogged drain. Great. That's awful. How dare you say something like that? Let me see here. I mean, no, there's no question about it. I mean, I just like, is that? It's changed now, right? Is it changed? I heard he wears overalls to court. I think he's wearing overalls there, but can you imagine? Like, why are they in Entourage? Why are you guys at court? For what? I mean, it's a Wednesday afternoon. why would you be there? I mean, I get why Chris and Katie are there. I even get why the Bowersox are there. But what in the hell are you guys doing at... Well, I wouldn't even want to go to court for myself. And I'm certainly not going to go to court for somebody else's protective order. Unless it's like, you know, like your immediate family. Showing support. Show it somewhere else. It's fucking stupid. Bunch of weirdos. I mean, this really is. They're weird. That's a weird thing to do. I'm gonna go. Apparently, they all went and had lunch or something, which is even like better. Just showing support for what? Showing support for what? It's for content, is what it is. I don't give a shit. So weird. I know. That poor server could. Fudge. I know, Bunny. I'm with you on that. I thought they did. I mean, I've seen people scolded in court before for wearing, you know, I mean, you want to be presentable, but I think that probably when they see Cletus, they're probably just like, I mean, that's probably what he's got. I don't think, what are they going to tell him to wear? Sir, you need to wear pressed khakis and a button-up collared shirt. And he'd go, huh? What? Baby, I need you to iron me some shit. I mean, it's a weird look. No, I do not think he owns either one of them. That's why the judge is probably like, who gives a shit? I just want to get this over with. Somebody said that the judge got threatened and recused himself. Probably just was like, I feel threatened. I don't want to be here. This looks like a Klan rally, and I got to get out of here. And that's a good joke because Clue's racist, and that's a fact. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it and I've heard it. Like an actual one, not a funny one. Like somebody who despises another race. Like that's what she does. And yeah, people, you know. And apparently where'd Molly come from? These are blasts from the past, you guys. I've never seen this kind of stuff. That's true. I mean, it probably is. And I'm not even being mean about that. I'm being just dead serious. You know, and then, of course, they sit there and play like everybody's live. Like, I'm kind of getting tired of the way that Clue does it, though. I might do something about it, but I don't know if I like even want to take the 5 minutes to do it. But like, I actually don't really care if people play my stuff. But like when you start cutting out like logos and manipulating the screen, then I don't really like that very much. You know, like give me my credit. That's it. But don't do that. So, and it's a strikeable offense if they're purposely doing that. So like I said, I don't really care if she does. I really don't. They can say whatever they want to their heart's desire. It makes them feel good. Let them do it. Fine. But don't do that. Come on now. Be better. You guys got to be better than that. Hold. Let's see what Justin's doing. Hold on.
As God is my witness.
Uh-oh.
I did not. They know me, for God's sakes. In fact, they're
That's
getting
what you
ready.
want your subscribers to believe.
Ma'am,
What is
they're getting ready to do a live on another case that I'm doing.
Oh, well,
right
let's
now.
see it. I can't wait for that one to come
Well,
out.
they're getting ready to do it on Michael Vaughn.
Just
I'm
like
not
Nick
going to
and
be
Dog
on
is
it.
coming to search, right?
What's that?
Just like Nick and Dog are coming to search, right?
I don't know. I don't talk to Nick or Dog hardly.
Oh, that's not what you said a couple months ago.
I talked to him a couple months ago, of course,
what is going on?
but I haven't talked to them in ages.
I'm listening to Justin's live. I was going to say something in the chat, but hold on. Hold on. You guys, you'll like this.
Okay. Why?
Because I don't
This is Justin's chat.
I don't have to.
So you figured out what a bunch of losers they are and they were lying and scamming everybody?
I don't think they're scamming anybody.
Oh, you don't?
No, I mean, what are they
So why
scamming?
didn't you put your name on those papers?
I don't put my name on any papers.
Yeah, because you're smarter than everybody else. That's why I like you.
You're so
'Cause
funny.
You're smarter than the rest of the group, Bubba.
Well,
You
I
get your
appreciate
name out
that.
of all this shit. What's my full name? Summer Army wants to know what my full name is. Well, why don't you figure it out?
Hold on.
You're suspicious and a hater. I'm not a hater. Why is it that people that don't agree with what everybody else says, they're a hater? Why am I a hater? Because I don't agree with you.
But well, you're saying things you're saying that you know, and
I do know.
I don't know. She's
if
just some
that's
lady
what
that
you
called in
think,
Social Security
I mean,
number.
if that's what you
It's
think,
not what
that's
I think.
fine.
I don't say in my opinion. I don't say I think so. I don't think allegedly. I don't say Edgar. I don't say KK. I call it like it is.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Do you have a
Right,
channel?
so that's what I'm saying. I want you to explain to us what happened with Nancy Grace, because maybe I'm not getting the right story.
Well, that's fine. Like I said,
I don't know how this is going to work.
things happened, and let
What
me just say this:
happened? What things?
is Josh wants the link.
What things? Oh God, please don't bring Josh up here. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you this.
Did you hear that?
Let me tell you something. I stand by my work 100%.
I didn't say it. His truth seeker. Someone else brought it up, not me.
Well, let me just tell you this. I stand by every single thing that I've ever put out.
Okay, so can you please explain to me what happened with Nancy Grace? So I can understand, because my sources are telling me something completely different than what you're telling me. I want your side of it.
Well, how can your sources know a damn thing whenever it was me, Nancy?
All right, I think I can do this now.
Understand, because Nancy's crew is telling me one thing. My heart is saying.
Did I get kicked out? What? I got kicked out. What happened? She what? She said what? She said cheese and rice. I was trying. Where is the stupid link at? What happened to the link? I can't find. Oh, here it is. I've been blocked. Justin blocked me? What the frig, dude? Whatever.
That's why I'm
Sad,
asking.
tell you.
So you have your side.
Sometimes it's not
It says
Nancy's side.
It says I got blocked.
Sometimes
No,
you
but that's who
respect.
we're listening to.
Sometimes you respect
Watch.
things that
a lot of respect for Nancy.
I've been blocked.
Well, it's not even Nancy. That's what you're not understanding. You're not understanding.
So you think that the people at Nancy's place are pulling me over? They're pulling one over on me.
Oh, hold on. Well, this is the thing. Listen, I am who I am. Sorry, sorry. Do it again, Josh.
How am I going to do that? You blocked
sorry,
me.
Queen Bee, come on up.
Let's see if she,
I
can't get up.
But some things, people on here make
crazy.
a mountain out of a molehill, and they
I'm blocked.
are crazy. You're
There's
right.
nothing I can do.
Absolutely.
I think so too. I just don't know who to believe.
I understand that.
Believe
I
me.
Like,
understand that.
oh yeah, like who in Nancy Grace's crew is talking to you? I'm not going to give you their names. I don't give up my sources. Y'all accept that from Justin. Why not accept that from me?
Well,
no, I'm
I mean,
blocked in StreamYard.
Oh, somebody
I
blocked Josh, it says. Somehow Josh got blocked by accident. I know you're trying to get him up here.
I might have blocked him.
No, I'm not trying to.
Somebody blocked him by accident.
I think I was trying to.
Can we block her as if asking for a friend? You can block me. I was just wondering. I don't know.
It's fine.
I'll
It's
block
fine.
you.
I mean,
Another reason why I love you, because you let people speak and you listen and you talk, and that's why I love you. They
I'll
can
be
all
honest
kiss
with
my
you,
fucking
like-
You don't
ass.
listen to shit.
They
Let me
say I
up.
sound like Moon. I'm not Moon.
I
Not even
appreciate
anywhere
her.
close to being Moon.
Listen, I appreciate her at least coming up and rather than just saying this
This is bullshit.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but you didn't answer any of my questions.
I'll answer them.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm
I
saying.
know what you're saying. Justin, I'm on your side. You don't even understand. What pisses me off is that people don't hear what I'm saying.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, and
Of course you do.
I get it. I mean, people.
Come on.
I know Seth. I don't have to, but I'm just saying that.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean to be yelling. Forget me
one of
not. I
the-
apologize.
Let me up, damn it.
I'm just saying.
How much
Sometimes
meth have you
people,
taken? What does that mean? How do you take meth? Isn't that something you smoke?
guys, please don't.
What does that mean?
It means do
I
you
don't
do
know
math?
what you're
Take
saying,
meth.
but
How do you take meth?
You take it.
How do you take
guys,
it?
please don't say anything like that
You eat it,
to
you
the
eat
to the
it,
lady.
you shoot it, you eat it, you smoke it, you drink it, she said.
I recognize your voice.
I don't.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I know who you
Now
are.
let me up. God dang it.
I recognize you now. You've called in.
Stop
before.
interrupting Justin. Stop talking over Justin. Stop interrupting Justin. Tell
Guys,
Justin to tell
just
some
be
of us the truth.
respectful. Come on.
I'm
But-
respectful. Just tell us the truth.
I have told you the truth. And
You haven't
there's
told
some,
me anything.
listen, there's some things that
But you just can't tell.
but it's not. I mean, would you?
This is pissing me
I
off.
just can't. I'm sorry. It's just like I just can't. And this is the thing. If you want to think I'm a fake, I'm a fraud, I'm a phony,
She likes you.
you're welcome to.
I don't think you are, but I think that they're trying to make you out that way.
Nice.
Oh, of course. But that's all YouTubers are like that in this genre. You know what I mean?
Easy girl, Justin owes me an answer because we're the ones that keep Justin up here. We're the ones that come watch him every night.
You are.
We're the ones
You
that
are.
choose him over everybody else. That's why I think he owes us an answer because we're depending on him for the truth. We're depending on him for the facts. We're depending on him. We're believing everything that he's saying.
But this
And then
is
when
the thing.
something goes off, then we want to know why. Why did this happen, Justin? I think Justin's going to take the high road.
I try to always take the high road.
They don't get it, Justin. I don't care.
But
I just want to know the truth. That's all I want to know.
Well, this is what people will say. That I faked an image.
Oh yeah, that's what Nancy's saying. That's what the people are saying at Nancy's.
Well,
number one, you lied about your name, and number two, you tried to put off a narrative that was completely untrue. And then number three, the picture.
Let me just say this. I swear on my salvation. That is the most important thing to me that I can bring before you. If I made up a fake image,
hindsight 2002, that was my cousin, but good call. That was good.
I don't know what, but
yeah, my cousin's the one that called you up all pissed off, saying that Crime Time Buzz was BHB, and my cousin actually paid for fucking how do you call it? Where they listen in and they pay for it. What do you call it? Anyhow, my cousin was pretty pissed off at you, but that's not me. But yeah, it was my cousin.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but this is all I can say.
Who is this loser? Who are you, loser?
Well, I don't have a link anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Mod.
All right. But this is just it.
All
people can believe me. People can't. People can call me a fraud.
But you don't give any receipts.
There's some things you just believe it or don't, and that's just that.
But there's been more lying than not because nothing's happened.
Not for
all
me.
These promises were made. At night's coming, dogs coming, they're all coming. Y'all were kissing
Kelsey
Tony's
donated
ass,
$5 through
ass, and
Super
ain't
Chat.
nothing happened.
Cheez-Its.
Well, I don't kiss anybody's ass. Number one.
Thank you.
Number two.
Keep me and Cheez-Its.
I haven't talked to Nick or any of them.
Yeah, you're smart. You wisened up. It took you a minute, but you wisened up.
He wisened up.
Well,
he wisened up.
I don't know if I'm
a fucking joke.
Okay,
I'm just tired of listening to your chatters. A bunch of bullshit.
I think that's what's triggering her. Okay, she jumped down.
Wisen up, dude. Come over here.
Well, that was productive. I don't. Where am I? Why am I over here? I don't really. At the end of the day, I appreciate her coming up.
God dang it.
And I think this case has just gotten to a lot of people.
Man, I want to talk to her.
Mentally. And I think that they actually believe, sometimes they believe that the Nancy Grace thing. Yeah. Okay. Get right on that. It's a blessing in disguise, y'all. You just gotta.
You should have let me talk to her. They spoke to Nancy.
Need a shot of tequila after that. Justin controls. Justin, that's it. That's it.
So that's what happens when you take phone calls, though. I mean, that's gonna happen, dude. Rod, I saw Queen was after you earlier today, dude. I don't know. It's over. She left. How come she didn't want me up? She was like, no, don't let him up. Who is this lady? Come over here. Call in. I want to know who she is.
I've never, ever. Whoops, there's my camera. It's moved. Burl moved it. I was going to say it was turned on my camera. Ever made up anything with.
I like how she would go, but you haven't answered any of my questions. Like a little baby. Justin, you're too nice, dude. You're too nice. Is he dropping another link for me? Hold on. I'm going to go up and see.
Child, my God in heaven. Live with myself.
Hold on here.
She's copying exactly what Dolly said. There we go. That explains it. That explains it.
Why did you block me?
I was actually trying to get this. She had like 3 bars up, and I was trying to clear them off. Sorry.
I wanted
didn't know how
to
to
say
unblock
hi.
it either.
She sounded like she didn't like me.
Well, I don't think she liked me.
No, she loved you.
Well, she said she loved me.
Well,
but
sometimes people can. Sometimes people love people when they, that they are mad at. She's mad at you.
I guess that.
Well, I wanted to just say hi to her. Wish her well. I'm over. I'm live, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So I just was like, "What's going on?" Because I wanted to hear what was going on. I turned it over, and that lady was up there, and I was like, "Oh, I got to hear this." So then I was like, "Dude, I'll talk to her for you." Probably best I didn't.
Holy shit! It's 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing?
I've been live 2.5 hours. I wasn't planning it. It's a 14-minute video.
I haven't listened to that whole thing yet, but I haven't listened to everything yet, but I will.
Well, let's head over to Josh's.
Well, everybody's welcome except for that lady. Well, I don't really like her. Didn't you hear? She's like, "Oh, don't let him up." You heard her. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to go, "Hey, what's up? Hi." And then.
Well, you're my friend.
I was going to make a bunch of like fart noises and stuff.
Did you hear?
And I'd go, "Oh, is that that must be the guest." Is that the lady on the phone? What?
Did you hear what I played?
I heard a little bit of it. I didn't hear too much.
I can send it to you. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, sure. Send it over with the packets, dude.
Oh, shit. I haven't got one in a while.
My fax machine's working.
Okay. Let me get on that. I'll send that right over. Give me your email address.
It is labradarmy@gmail.com. My social security number is 7. No, I'm just kidding. Bro, she talks to Nancy's people. You better be careful.
Who? What'd they say?
She's like, "That's what Nancy's people are telling me."
I mean, I can call them right now.
Nancy's people? Right, yeah, okay. She probably next it's going to be I talk to Nancy personally. We go to the same spa. We get mud baths together.
It amazes me how people, you don't have to agree with something, but people will just outright say something is like, "Oh my God, he faked this from, what case did they say? I don't know. They said it looks like something from another case." I'm like,
what case?
Don't agree with it. You don't even have to believe it. But verbatim what Dolly said.
What does she mean? What do you mean? What is she talking about?
She's talking about the Nancy Grace thing.
What about it? Cares? It's over.
Oh well, but Josh,
yeah,
when something happens, it's never over on YouTube. It's ever over. They're like,
yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking last night. I thought it was incredibly wild that Chris P. Bacon could say that somebody can run through a field of D's backwards with their butt spread open and still not get effed. And then Seth calls him the C word, and Seth is the devil.
Well, Seth prays for his son in a church, and he's conjuring up Satan.
Well, yeah,
it's just gotten ridiculous. Why can't we just say, "You know what? I don't like you. I'm not watching." Or, "You know what? I like you, but I don't agree with that."
That's what people do. Like when they come over, I'm sure they do in your chat, and they come into my, especially like the late, they're like, "Well, That's not how it should be. And it's like, dude, weren't you? Dude, I've never seen you here before. Why are you here? Didn't you get like 17 hours of this shit earlier from like 2 other channels? Like if you watch like 2 or 3 channels like that go on earlier in the day, it's the same show back to back to back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why do you need to be here? Haven't you had enough YouTube all day? Why do I have to agree with you? Why do you have to impose your will on me? I don't think that.
Right.
Just go away.
Like, I don't know the obsession for watching people going in people's chat and just saying things that if you don't like them, fucking leave them alone. Like, leave each other alone. If you really don't like somebody, like, I don't fuck with people I don't like.
Oh, I do, but I mean, I don't get like low down and personal.
I don't even talk about anybody. Like, you know, like creator wise, I don't even talk about anybody.
I know, but I do.
I know, but I don't. Like, I know. I don't give a fuck. Like, what do you?
Yeah, I know. You don't even watch stuff.
I watch you. I watch Brittany.
Mary Lopez donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
I watch.
Could you hear that?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. E.
Yeah, I watch them too.
I watch,
and they get drugged too.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, that's just part of YouTube. You know what I mean? It's just part of YouTube. But the behavior, it's just weird to me, right?
Yeah, of course it's weird to you. It's weird. I mean, I don't want to get you into anything, but I mean, look who showed up at court today. What the frig was that? Like MC, right. It's like MC Hammer's Entourage, but it's instead they're trying out for, I don't know, the Grateful Dead Roadies Senior Citizens Edition or something. I mean, Jesus.
Smiley, of course, I watch Smiley. Yeah. What happened to Katie's lip?
I don't know. I didn't even look at her. I was looking at the freak show.
Reba McEntire has a bigger upper lip.
Well, I don't know. I don't look at her.
Oh, I love Reba McEntire. She's on.
No, I'm not talking about Reba. I know who Reba is. I wasn't talking about. I was talking about Katie. I don't look at her.
No, I'm just showing you. Look at this.
All right.
Look at this. Reba fucking McEntire has a bigger upper lip. Look at this, Josh.
Does she not have a big upper lip?
I love Reba.
Yeah, she's kind of hot.
But like, what the hell, man? Like, what happened
to Reba? Lip? To Reba's lip?
No, KK's.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she never. Did she used to have a bigger lip?
Little House on the Prairie. I love Reba. Like, Reba and Dolly. Like, man, I will be in bed a week at least when something happens to them.
To Reba?
Yes.
In bed a week?
Yes. Reba, Dolly.
Well, Dolly's husband just died.
I know.
So were you in bed a week for that?
No.
Oh.
Not for Carl.
It has to be.
Got it, though. It has to be Dolly. You know, I like the real thing.
I don't think you'll be in bed for a week. I think you'll have a bad morning.
Well, I mean, I kind of was when Anna Nicole Smith died, and then Left Eye.
You actually cared. Well, Left Eye. Okay, I mean, I guess I could see that, but Anna Nicole Smith, you were in bed for that. You went down for a week.
Not a week, but
2 days.
It was a couple hard days. Yeah.
It was a hard couple of days, really? I mean, what was it that you liked about her so much? Did you cry when Princess Diana died? I know that was a big deal. I was little. Yeah, we're like the same age, so.
Yeah.
But I remember I was watching like a cartoon and they cut in. It was like ABC News.
I remember that, but I also remember O.J. Simpson.
I remember O.J.
I'll never forget O.J. Simpson. I was watching. It was very late on the East Coast, and it was. I remember. I think it was Barbara Walters on ABC talking about O.J. Simpson.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. My grandpa was like, "Don't hurt him," because my grandpa was a 49er fan. And then I was like, I think he like killed 2 people. And then by the end of the trial, he was like, I hate him.
He got away with it.
Yeah, everybody, tears ran dry. Everybody was, the NBA finals were on. And they actually moved the NBA finals down to like a corner of the TV. And the chase was like the main thing. Even the people that were at the game were watching it on the Jumbotron, like the chase, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember. I remember like, that.
That was such a brutal murder.
It's like I don't think that people really understand how bad it really was, because
if you haven't seen the photos,
oh dude, I know almost the OJ trial is one of the
have you truly?
I've pretty much watch everything that I can about that, because I even watched when he got sued by the Goldmans. I watched his deposition, and it was it went for like 6 days, but it was fascinating, and there is no doubt that he did it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's blood everywhere.
It was, I felt that is just a very sad situation.
There are people that do try and argue with me, and they go, OJ's innocent. Whatever, dude. I can't even talk to you.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about, God, I can't even think. I was going to say Jodi Arias, but not Jodi Arias. Casey Anthony.
Well, yeah, but Casey Anthony was a little different because there was no cause of death.
Yeah, it'd been too long.
Yeah, well, they charged her with murder, and they clearly didn't have enough to convict her on murder charges. Now, they could have held her responsible for her death, but I mean, OJ, and without being too foul, like OJ actually almost severed Nicole's head.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, so a normal person who's not incredibly strong, couldn't cut somebody that deep. Like OJ Simpson was a massive man. He was about 40 years old. Still,
he went in there raging.
Dude, he was like 6'4", like 230 pounds. He was huge. Massive, man. Like one of the best football players to ever play. Ever. And
he just was crazy.
Oh, he was a psycho.
But Nicole, she was young.
When he met her, she was like 17 or 18. He was actually married still.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah,
sure was. He met her in that cafe.
And then he moved her into her own little apartment. Remember that?
What's that?
He moved her into her own little apartment while he was still married.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sure he. Oh crap!
Yeah,
I'm sure he did that. With probably, in my opinion, with other women after Nicole.
He dated that Paula lady, but the thing about that was, and I don't know if you know this or not, but Paula broke up with him that day, on the day that he killed Nicole. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Paula Barbieri, I believe her name was. And the thing about it is, he claimed, because she called and he had an answering service, and she called his answering service, and she left a message saying that she didn't want to see him anymore. I don't know. It's like, he claims that he did not check those messages. He said he didn't check those messages, and that it had no influence on his mood that day.
Yeah, right.
But he absolutely did check those messages. And they ended up finding that out during the civil trial. And so he said that it was a bad time. It was a bad time. He was that same night. Nicole told him that because I think the youngest daughter had had a recital, right? And so he went to the recital. They didn't sit next to each other. Then the whole family was going out to dinner, and Nicole told OJ that he wasn't welcome for the first time ever. She had never said that to him before. So he was raging. Then he goes and checks his messages, right? Mm-hmm. Paula breaks up with him, and now he's just infuriated.
Perfect storm.
Yeah, and then so he's like standing outside of her house, or not standing, but he's in the car. Sees Ron Goldman bringing back the sunglasses.
Yep.
Then
just coincidence.
Yep.
Just a freaking coincidence.
Then she just,
you know what I mean? Just being a good, and he's thinking, she's with another man.
Yeah.
So he's gotten dumped, and his wife is cheating on him. Her ex-wife.
Correct. Yep. Yep. And there's like phone calls and stuff out there. Like you can hear her calling.
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
yep.
you can hear her calling.
He's going to fucking kill me, is what she said.
She said all the time. She wrote it. She wrote in her journal. Matter of fact, at the trial, for some reason, the judge wouldn't allow the journal entries where she documented her abuse. I never understood that.
I don't either.
They let Mark Furman his racist rants in though, which I don't know why. I mean,
he just got the star ego, right? And he's probably jacked up on testosterone or God knows what else, right?
Yeah, he's a psycho.
And he thought he owned her.
Yeah, he was absolutely terrible.
I picked you out of a a diner, gave you this good life. You owe me.
Right, and he also kind of thought that he sort of, I mean, people call it grooming today, but back when he was talking about it, like he showed her the world. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, in his mind, like that was the only love that she had ever experienced was with him.
I can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to get clipped for this.
Sorry.
We'll get clipped.
Yep. Clip it, mother chickens. Spirit Seeker. I love hearing Justin and Josh talk cases and facts. I got to rewind to hear the cray-cray I walked into. Honey, you need to rewind before that. That's the real cray-cray that matters.
Yeah. That was fun. Spirit Seeker, good to see you.
I'm going to send this over to you right now.
All right.
What is
Canadian Mama Bear, thank you for gifting 5 Lab After Dark memberships. It's very kind of you, and your super chat. Love you, Josh. Hope you reach your goal in life or on the stream or both. Well, I appreciate it either way. OJ 100% did it. It's the best. All right. So what, are you sending that to my email?
I think I can text it to you, actually.
So this is brand new?
Brand new. Never played.
Damn.
Till just now.
From Nancy's people or what?
No, nothing to do with that.
I'm kidding. That lady was crazy.
Okay.
She still,
I just don't want to get any confused.
If she's still listening, I'm sorry. I was so mean.
You were mean.
Well, I was trying to be. I couldn't get up. I was like desperate. I was like, let me up, mother effer.
Yeah.
I was like a rabid dog. Just kidding. Joe Neal.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll head over there, guys. Drop Lab After Dark. Make sure you
hold on.
Sub up.
Stay where you are, Joe. Joe, you're not blocked. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. It's nothing I can do about it. Somebody said unblock Joe. I can see Joe right here. Anyway, all right, man. Well, thanks for letting me snipe in on you.
You're gonna flip. Telling you.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I want to hear it.
All right, I'll be right over.
All right, later.
Go over to Lab After Dark, y'all.
Later.
After party.
All right. Well, that turned into a nice little treat. It's always good to check in with Justin. Is Joe Neal saying? Joe Neal saying that OJ's not guilty, or is somebody else saying that?
Rainey donated $5 through Super Chat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rainey. Okay, let me see. Somebody told me, I don't know if you're in the chat right now or not, but I heard somebody say to me that he's not blocked here. I just looked. That hold on a second. Yeah, OJ was definitely guilty. No question about it, Joe. No question. I don't know if I have it yet. I'll play it. Don't worry. I'm going to play it. Did he text it to me? All right. Got it. You got it. The fudge is this? What up, Debbie? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Hold on. Son of a... I'm looking. I'm trying. What up, Miss Curvy? What's happening? Yeah, no, I see that, but where does this shit come from? La da dee da 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 da. Is he still live? Or not? No, he's gone. Hey, Justin, where do I like? I'm looking at this, but there's no like. I don't know what I'm looking at. I know, but there's like a lot of links. It's a good point. I don't know. I have no idea. I appreciate that. Enjoy life. You know what? To be honest with you, I didn't mind. I didn't mind at all. Not even a little. And I'm sure that Seth was like, "Oh, I hope he doesn't. I today. I feel the same today as I did yesterday, as I did prior to that. It was fine. It was good. I mean, people are allowed to stick up for themselves. People are allowed to rebut. I mean, so what? Like people are just allowed to just say whatever they want, just talk and talk and talk and talk, and you're just supposed to take their shit. Of course not. Well, Rob, see, nice, but it's after it gets dark. But you tried. That's not nice, Lorraine Law. I do have a nice voice, but don't be mean. Come on. So I get what you're saying. Or I get what you're trying to do, but it just doesn't work. After it gets dark, you know what I'm saying? All right, we got it. She's fine. It's whatever. Justin, what the hell, dude? Leaving me hanging like a friggin' sausage at a sausage hanging factory. Josh, don't what? I don't know. What I'm saying, Justin, I don't know where to look. Where do I look? Look at your phone. Look at your phone, dude. I just wanted to. Once I heard her say, "Oh, I don't want Josh up," I was like, "Yeah, all right." Josh put me to sleep two days ago. All right. What link? There's like 10 of them. Josh, is that your real name? It's labratarmy@gmail.com. While we're all waiting. Aloha.
Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
It's labratarmy@gmail.com. Like it's fine. We're on company time here. Company time, folks. This is what we call union time. We're on union time right now. Come on now. Let's go. Yeah, it was the wrong one, you little shit. Everybody's like, dude, it's probably the link. Click the link. I'm trying to click the link. I've been trying to click the link for the last 10 minutes. There's no link. You sent me the wrong one. I don't know what it is. Nothing happened. Oh, I don't know. What did happen? Nothing that I know of. Oh, he did just now. He said T-Rev went live. Don't leave to watch him, please. Yeah, he is live. Never mind. I ain't listen to that shit. Okay. Sent. For the record, I have not heard this, nor do I know where it came from, but I'm all in. I want to hear it anyway. Let's see here. Hey, what the frig, dude? Oh my God, dude. Where is this shit? Union time. I don't know. I don't know what he's getting me. We're going to find out. All right. Here we go. $14 minutes. Great. It's not playing. God dang it.
Where he's at and what he knows.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
No.
About to be right.
I'm not asking you to tell me what's right. I'm asking you to tell me what you actually know. Like,
about the
client
situation.
Should have set you down and should have told you from start to finish where he's at and what he knows, right?
Where he's at and what he knows.
No. He should have set you down and told you every single thing from day one to where we are at now.
Well, I mean, I've gotten most of my information from, I know that, I know about y'all going to BJ's. I know about y'all going to Strike and Spare, and I know y'all picked up Melissa's daughter.
And say, well, hold on. See, this is where your information's wrong.
Okay.
That's what he says.
Okay. First, let me correct you.
I thought that was on an interview. Didn't y'all say?
No, hold on.
Hold on.
Let's change. I need you to change your words.
Well, I mean, that's why we're talking, so we can clear things, figure things out.
Once again, y'all didn't do shit.
Chris was in Memphis.
Oh, Chris was in Memphis, right? Okay, so sorry.
Don't say y'all. Thank you.
Okay, my bad.
I need you to change your words.
Katie and Sebastian went to BJ's.
Right.
Prior to going to BJ's?
After picking up our niece.
I said prior to going to BJ's.
Which was not Melissa's.
They went and picked up a niece. That name is not going to be disclosed because it has no business. And I promise you don't want to go to that house.
That child is going through enough with this mess. But no, it was not Melissa's daughter that I picked up.
Okay.
What you do need to know is, all you need to know is that two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children went to BJ's. That is on a video footage.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Law enforcement can confirm that.
Right.
She needs to be picked up.
Names
I don't know who
don't
it
need
is.
to be extracted, don't need to be out.
Yeah, I mean, minors' names don't need to be thrown out anyway.
Exactly.
No,
My sister doesn't need any more harassment either.
Yeah, I haven't said anything about Melissa at all.
No,
I haven't even mentioned her.
Well, Melissa,
his other sister.
once again, my two sisters, Melissa and Cassie, were there.
He's like, I need you to change your words.
That's on video footage.
Yeah.
That has all been vetted. That has been proven proof of life, all that bullshit, everything.
Right,
That's
yeah.
taken from word, you need to know this been told.
Yeah.
Isn't there at all.
Now, they go to BJ's. They leave BJ's.
Proof of life and all that bullshit. What?
Sebastian and I leave BJ's. Your sisters went their own way. I don't know.
I know.
Thank you, Canadian
They left
Lumber Bears. Good to
BJ's.
see you.
I did not insinuate a name. I didn't say who.
Just clarifying, it was just me and Bubba that left together.
So you and Sebastian leave BJ's.
Okay, so can because I don't have actual times. Can I get a timeline on that?
I don't remember the exact.
I'll give you an on or about time. I can't give you an exact time.
So
I used my Live 360 to give exact timestamps to the law enforcement.
It was before noon.
gotcha. Okay, before noon at BJ's.
Yes.
Okay.
Law enforcement has the literal, like, to the second.
We have been told we are not to give out exact times. And that
Gotcha.
came directly from law enforcement. We're not breaking that.
But like
Okay.
I said, they literally used my 360 and like
They got the
knew
timestamps.
That route I took.
Yes.
They knew how fast I went.
Yep.
They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't. They know, like, they literally know every detail because we have upgraded 360. So they literally,
What up,
and I
hindsight?
have a thing in my car with a camera.
Yeah, the dash cam.
It's not a dash cam. See,
Oh,
that's
okay.
where everybody's wrong.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell people what it is, but all they need.
Why does he get so mad about that? It's not a dash cam. See, that's where you're wrong. He talked to me sort of kind of this way.
In this vehicle, there was something that recorded a video and audio.
But law enforcement had multiple sources to confirm every move I made that day with Bubba.
Okay.
Up to and including voice and video.
Okay.
We went home after BJ's for a little while.
And unloaded the groceries.
Yeah, we didn't get a whole lot, but yeah.
Okay.
And after they were at the house, they wound up eventually leaving there, and they go to Strike and Sperry.
Because we were gonna go bowling.
Because the plan was to go bowling, but because there was a bowling tournament going on,
Yeah.
they didn't get to bowl. They had to play video games.
There was too long of a wait list and it was a school night, so I promised to take him bowling another day, and instead we played video
When the
games.
school night, it was Sunday night, weekend night going into the school.
Sunday.
We don't. No, it is not. It's considered a weekend. Don't add. Don't take away.
He had to go to bed to get up for school the next day.
Okay, that's still not school night.
Semantics.
Semantics is a large play in this deal.
It means a night that you have to go to bed to get up for school.
And understand something? You can say that. If she puts some shit out there like that, everybody's going to think, oh, well, it was a school night. So was it Sunday?
Sunday night.
But I'm telling you how these dumbasses think.
Mm.
I'm explaining to you. It's all it fucking takes.
All right.
Oh,
So after BJ's, went home to unload groceries, then went to Strike and Spare.
Oops.
We played in the arcade for a while
All that's
because,
been vetted by video.
yeah.
they watched our every move the whole time we were there.
Nobody spoke to Sebastian as far as any adult. They can't see anywhere in the videos that they were followed.
Yeah, I
So
don't-
that is something that you're going to speculate
That's
on.
what he does, though. He talks in riddles a lot. And yes, I can. I can type 70 words a minute. I
That
used to be able to type 90 words a minute.
has been eliminated.
Yeah, I did talk to them about that, and they said that the cameras were shit. That they weren't really able to see a whole lot of anything at the
That's not
Strike and
shit,
Spare.
okay. Strike and Spare's kind of getting up there in age.
But they
Yeah.
went all the way back to BJ's, all at Fun Jazz.
But we went straight from Strike and Spare to
Texas Roadhouse.
Fest. Okay.
and they confirmed again the video there. They even showed Seth a clip of it after his little "I haven't seen proof of life" comment, even though he had.
Yeah.
Which did he tell you about that?
About what?
That his little comment, he hadn't seen proof of life since Friday or
Insinuating that
Thursday or Friday when I last saw or heard from my son.
Yeah, I'd heard about that comment. I mean, he hasn't said it to me, but I had heard about the comment.
But see, this is where, like, truth be told, this is where everything needs to come out.
He already knew that there was proof of life.
He knew there was proof of life prior to that. He started some shit. It caused a fucking stir. It caused a meeting. They showed him a video, Texas Roadhouse. They showed when they walked out of Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
He has seen a video of Sebastian at the fucking house Sunday night taking the fucking trash out.
Right.
From inside my car.
Yeah. So, okay, so you guys got...
Do you see the frustration where we have with your client?
Yeah, I do. But it's nice to have like a conversation with you instead of having to get everything, everywhere else. Definitely.
And we went home straight from Texas Roadhouse. And we were home for approximately 15 minutes before he took the trash out. And he is on video, and the FBI was able to clear it up and confirm that it's him. Even though you can tell it's him from a mile away because of how he runs, it's just, you could tell from his mannerisms. The second you look at it, it's him running, but still.
Okay. So he took the trash about 15 minutes. And that was about what time was that?
Don't know exactly off the top of our head.
You guys share a head?
Well, I know you told him to go to bed at about 9, right? And how much time was between the trash and going to bed?
A couple hours.
That's her typing. It's not me. This is me.
Okay.
That's just a sound effect. She's really typing. This is my typewriter, though.
Okay, and then you guys were on the phone from about, 9 to 12?
Sure.
Was that FaceTime or just a phone conversation?
It doesn't matter. We were on the phone.
Okay.
Those details don't have...
It don't matter. We were on the phone. Love that.
Any bearing in this? It's just
the
phone call was made, whether it was a FaceTime, a Zoom call,
the only
whether it was just a voice chat.
Yeah, the only reason that I am curious about that is just to whether it was possible that he had heard any of that conversation.
Thank you for gifting the Live After Dark membership. Thank you so much.
No. Once again, our conversations are not where children can hear them.
Well, I mean, it's not like there was anything said that was like...
Would have upset him.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like we were arguing or anything. I mean, we spend time on the phone daily because we live separately the majority of the time when he's on travel, so we call.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's about 9 o'clock you told him to go to bed. You were on the phone from about 9 to 12. It was about 11 p.m. when you heard the noise from his bedroom.
No.
No? That's not right? Hello?
Yeah, we're still here. No, what you said was not right.
Well, can you correct me?
No.
Somewhere between 9 and 12. There was a sound heard, and Mom told him, Sebastian, whatever you're doing in there, knock it off and go to bed. He said, yes, ma'am.
Between 9 and 12?
All right. And then nothing until you went to wake him up, right?
No, nothing until she went to wake him up.
And that was about 6 a.m.
So, and tell her what you just said, so that way, for the record, make it clear.
Yeah, but that's how shit gets started.
No, because she said that what I told you about hearing the noise, her saying go to bed, and he said, yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. So correct it.
I told him, I don't care what you're doing, knock it off and go to sleep.
Did he answer?
He said, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once again, right back to what I fucking said.
Okay. Okay. Now my dog's going to want to start barking. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. There was something I was going to ask you. Okay, so I did want to go back to where you.
Yeah, Don Wells used to do this too. I mean, Candace would almost never speak, but Katie speaks a little bit more than Candace. But Don was the kind of the one leading the charge here, and I think I don't know
that you had said that you didn't think he ran away and that he ran away. So what do you think?
I don't have, neither one of us have an idea.
Yeah.
All we can tell you is like, that's why I asked you what you exactly know of this case, what Seth has told you makes it easier for us to fill in the blanks.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because your client has an idea in his head, and that is his narrative.
I like how he said like your client.
And that's what he is painting.
Oh.
So I just need to know what's being said. And I'll fill you in.
Well, the thing is about Seth that I don't think he's kind of just back and forth about things, you know?
And see, that's where he's stupid and he's wrong.
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if he was lured. He doesn't know if something happened in the house. I just have to say that, you know, or and he doesn't know if he ran away. Like he doesn't know.
Well, see here, let me help you something. If something happened in the house, that should never be a statement that comes out of your mouth or his fucking mouth for that matter. Because quite honestly, law enforcement has already vetted all that shit. And there's nothing. There's no reason to insinuate, no reason to make that comment.
Well, I mean, I'm just being transparent with you because
you're being frank, but I'm being extremely frank with you.
Yeah.
If there was something in there that they think had an issue, they would have already have gone down that route.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about what law enforcement is thinking or what they're doing. You know as well as I do, they don't share that with me and they don't have to, and I don't expect them to.
Exactly.
There it is. I mean, thank you for sending that over. I mean, he seems perpetually angry about stuff. I was quite frankly, he was rude. I mean, but he always is. I don't know. I mean, I find it to me, it's baffling that to not think that this isn't the way that he walks around in real life. And I'm not saying that makes him abusive physically, but I am saying that it's an abusive way to talk. Big time. Yeah, he is a dick. It's just the way he talks to people. Just got no respect for anybody. I think he was hammered the other night, personally. I think he was. He sounded hammered. But he talked. Let me find. I'll play you. Has everybody heard about the time when I spoke with him? If you have not heard it, put a 1 in the chat, because I did speak with him once. Have not heard it. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, he didn't like me much.
leave that there. That's why we go to court.
They keep saying something about the story of Rachel. What is the story of Rachel?
The story of Rachel.
I mean, this stuff. Oh, you're welcome.
Maybe how y'all
thank
met,
you, Justin,
and
for sending
maybe
it over.
how long did y'all?
I mean, it's kind of the same thing that I've always sort of known about the guy, and no, it does not hurt to refresh. That's true. Check us out. Let me put Smiley's. If you guys could, if somebody could put Smiley's link in the chat as well. Shout out Smiley.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about Rachel because I haven't dug in that deep into anything. I don't know. Like, how long was y'all married, maybe, and how was your relationship? Do y'all have any kids? I don't know.
No. I have one biological child in this world. One. That was my fourth wife.
Okay.
That was with my fourth wife.
The story with Rachel's real simple.
This was my fourth wife. Jesus. I've never heard somebody say that. Well, I mean, maybe like Al Pacino or Larry King.
We met.
Liz Taylor, maybe.
We were all friends.
Kim Kardashian. Chris Proudfoot.
We moved into, we shared an apartment together. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And somehow or another, we wound up starting a relationship. Like, things just happened. I mean, it whatever. So we got married. And Rachel took a job where she was working down
Smiley's
in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, as a civilian.
Smiley star. I mean, I can put it in.
And while she was down in Guantanamo Bay, I guess promiscuity got the best of her, and she decided to be unfaithful.
Oh, no. That sucks.
We ended that relationship. She went back to Cuba.
It actually does. Suck.
I packed up the house. I put all her stuff in a storage unit. Gave one of her friends that lived in the area the key. Told her the combo. Set up the payment plan for her. Everything like that. As far as I know, she lives, I think it's in New Orleans now. And I think she just had a second child. So she's got a little boy and I think a little girl now.
Were you part of any of the stepchildren's lives there in your other marriages?
Yes, my fourth wife, Nina, she has 2 children. Those children's names, don't even ask them. I'm not telling you because
no.
I don't want people digging into that. They don't need to be. Those kids are not being drugged into that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes, I was very much involved during the marriage. Well, her and I were together with the kids' lives. It was a rough marriage. I mean, from the word go, Nina and I both knew we probably should have never got married. But we did,
He's like, he's going to come up here just
because
okay. I'm trying to get this link back out. So Chris, what kind of stuff? Oh, no.
Here I go again, just causing problems, telling people, let me up on your panel, just causing problems. I'm sorry, Smiley.
He's done.
I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry, Cher. I'm sorry. Who else have I done that to? I think I've done it Prayer Garden.
He's probably going crazy. I put the wrong phone number in there. Anyway. Oh, there he is. He's like, he's going to come up here just a second. Josh, sorry. I put the wrong phone. I put the wrong number in there.
There I am. Yeehaw.
Can you hear me?
I can. Yeah, I put the wrong number in there. So
okay. Is Chris still here?
Can you drop the link again?
He fell down, but go ahead.
Okay. When I was talking to Chris earlier, and him and I were messaging, and I asked him about DCS, And he said the only case that DCS has open is
Here he
because
goes.
Sebastian ran away.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry
That's
about that.
true.
Hey, Chris, Josh was going to
Yes,
call
ma'am.
in. I accidentally punched a 3 instead of a 2 or whatever, and he jumped up here on
That's
panel.
fine.
And he wanted to ask you something, actually. Sorry.
Fire away, man.
Well, so you and I we had messaged earlier on Facebook, and I had asked you about DCS, and you said that there were no other interactions with CPS or DCS except for Sebastian going missing, which I then told you, but that's not mandatory necessarily unless CPS was already involved. So
Now,
you're
hold
not
on.
really being honest.
Wait a minute. You asked me, because I'll read the messages to everybody in God and Country. You asked me if there was an active CPS case on Sebastian. That's what you asked. And I told you, yes, there was. Because the sheriff's department told us that they had to report it because he was missing. That's what you asked. Now, you also started to ask if there was another case. And there was no other case that I know of that's active. That's what you asked.
Josh?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, like I said, sir, I'm brash. I'm to the point. Be respectful.
Can you hear
And
me?
I will tell you, and I'll be honest, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I got nothing to hide.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he said, okay. Can you hear him, Josh?
I can hear him, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said, well, in the messages that I asked that it was pertaining to Sebastian's school, right? Like you just said. And you said, no, other than him going missing, no CPS cases.
That's true.
I don't know. I can't hear. Maybe that.
He didn't say anything. Can you hear him, Chris?
Bad connection, I'm sure.
Can you hear
Hello?
him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can now. I can now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you didn't ask, you asked about active cases. That's what you asked about. And I answered your question.
You did. You answered my question.
Hello? Hello?
He said you answered his question. I can hear you. Can you hear him, Josh?
Okay. I can't hear him.
Okay. Can y'all
So-
now? I think
So he's asked me, and I can't pull it up because if I pull it up, then we lose contact. But he asked me if there was active DCH, CPS, whatever you want to call it, case with Sebastian. And I said, yes, he's missing. I was told by the sheriff's department that they had to report it. So yes, there's an active case. Is there anything other than that? No, there's not an active case. So my statement that I told you is true.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I get it, the active investigation, but yeah, but you did really. Maybe it's just because of text, but you did make it seem like there was no, like that this was the first time that they'd ever been involved at all.
No, I didn't insinuate. Now, understand something. Words on paper are simply words on paper. Whatever emotions you put behind them is directly proportionate to yourself, not me.
Oh, sir, I didn't put any emotion behind it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
but you're trying to insinuate on this show.
No.
Yes, you did, sir. Yes, because you just stated that you said that I made it sound like this. No, I didn't. I told you. I gave you a direct statement, gave you your answer, and that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Then you called into the show and you said, "No, you're lying." No, I'm not lying. So call a spade, but make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you, It has nothing to do with finding my son.
You don't think that you don't think? Okay, all right. Well, look, man.
How does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
well, you said they
come out
opened
and
up an
say it.
investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening. The sheriff's
That's what you're not listening.
department told us that they are required to report it to DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them. That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so that's the okay. I get it. So it's the only
Thank
open
you.
investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know what was that moan? Who moaned?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was that?
You're welcome. And okay, so that's the okay. I get it. So it's the only open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
Okay. So I was just wondering, like, if him, like, Katie, let me ask you this, or anybody can answer. So, wondering, like,
that answer,
he got mad.
You don't think that you don't think? Okay.
No. So, call a spade, but make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with finding my son.
You don't think that you don't think? Okay. All right. Well, look, man.
How does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
well, you said they
come out
opened
and
up an
say it.
investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do
No, he does not like me at all.
with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening. The sheriff's department told us that they are required to report it to DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them. That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so that's the okay. I get it. So it's the only open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's somebody's dog.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
Okay.
Fire away. Yeah. So that was the only time, like, audibly I'd spoke to him. And it wasn't, if I wasn't on Smiley's channel, I would have had more of a go at him. I could have done that all day. But I would have twisted him up even worse. But because, to be honest with you, he completely made it seem like that was the only interaction with CPS ever. And that was the only time. And that's sort of what he insinuated. And I mean, I did say here, it was kind of a rocky whole thing. I told him I didn't think he was being really honest.
On Sebastian. That's what you asked. And I told you.
So
now you
book that DCS has open is because Sebastian ran away.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Hey, Chris, Josh was going to
Yes,
call
ma'am.
me. And I accidentally punched a 3 instead of a 2 or whatever, and he jumped up here on
That's
panel.
fine.
And, he wanted to ask you something, actually. Sorry.
Fire away, man.
Well, so you and I we had messaged earlier on Facebook, and I had asked you about DCS, and you said that there were no other interactions with CPS or DCS except for Sebastian going missing, which I then told you, but that's not mandatory necessarily unless CPS was already involved. So
Now,
you're not
hold on.
really being honest.
Wait a minute. You asked me, because I'll read the messages to everybody in God and Country. You asked me if there was an active CPS case
You're right
on Sebastian. That's what you asked. And I told you, yes, there was, because the sheriff's department told us that they had to report it because he was missing. That's what you asked. Now, you also started to ask if there was another case, and there was no other case that I know of that's active. That's what you asked.
Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here.
So, like
I was just waiting for him to finish whatever he was saying. He didn't finish what he was trying to say. I didn't think.
Said, sir, I'm brash. I'm to the point. Be respectful.
Can you hear
and
me?
I will tell you, and I'll be honest, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I got nothing to hide.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he said, okay. Can you hear him, Josh?
I can hear him, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I just said, well, in the messages that I asked that it was pertaining to Sebastian's school, right? Like you just said. And you said, no, other than him going missing, no CPS cases.
I wonder if I don't know if I still have them. It's been a long time.
I don't know. I can't hear. Maybe that.
He didn't say anything. Can you hear him, Chris? Can you hear
Hello?
him?
Yeah, okay. I can now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you didn't ask, you asked about active cases. That's what you asked about. And I answered your question.
You did. You answered my question.
Hello? Hello?
He said you answered his question. I can hear you. Can you hear him, Josh?
Okay. Jack can't hear him.
Okay. Can y'all now? I think
so he's asked me, and I can't pull it up because if I pull it up, then we lose contact. But he asked me if there was active DCH, CPS, whatever you want to call it, case with Sebastian. And I said, yes, he's missing. I was told by the sheriff's department that they had to report it.
He told me
so
TBI.
Yes, there's an active case.
Let's say he told me that TBI told him that the parents that it had. Well, TBI told us as the parents that it had to be reported. Other than that, no other open cases. And I had asked if there was one through the school, which he denied. So I don't really know, man.
Is there anything other than that? No, there's not an active case. So my statement that I told you is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I get it, the active investigation, but yeah, but you did really. Maybe it's just because of text, but you did make it seem like there was no, like that this was the first time that they'd ever been involved at all.
No, I didn't insinuate. Now, understand something. Words on paper are simply words on paper. Whatever emotions you put behind them is directly proportionate to yourself, not me.
Oh, sir, I didn't put any emotion behind it. I'm just saying.
Well, but you're trying to insinuate on this show.
No.
Yes, you did, sir. Yes, because you just stated that you said that I made it sound like this. No, I didn't. I told you.
I didn't insinuate it. That's what I was saying. There was no insinuation there. I was saying that that's how you made it sound. That's not an insinuation. I
gave you a direct statement to yourself, not me.
Oh, sir, I didn't put it that this was the first time that they'd ever been involved at all.
No, I didn't insinuate. Now, understand something. Words on paper are simply words on paper. Whatever
Okay.
emotions you put behind them is directly proportionate to yourself, not
Oh,
me.
sir, I didn't put any emotion behind it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
but you're saying you're trying to insinuate on this show.
No, no,
Yes,
It wasn't an insinuation. I
you did,
said it.
sir. Yes,
I'm
because
not.
you
I'm not
just stated,
insinuating.
you just stated that you
Yes.
said that I made it sound like this. No, I didn't. I told you. I gave you a direct statement, gave you your answer, and that
Mhm.
right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Then you called into the show and you said, "No, you're lying." No, I'm not lying. So
Yeah, and I did. Yeah, I mean, I guess he was, but I don't think he did.
call a spade, but make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with finding my son.
You don't
So
think that? You don't think? Okay. All right. Well, look, man.
how does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
Well, you said they
come out and
opened up an
say it.
investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening. The sheriff's department
You're right,
told
Mary.
us that they are required to report it to DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them.
Mhm.
That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so that's the. Okay, I get it. So it's the only
Thank you.
open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
I'm
Okay.
not arguing.
I don't know what he talked. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he talked to me like. Like I said, I could have done that for another hour. We could have played Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posy, Demon Exhale. What do we got here? What do we got? Oh no. Yeah, so that was fun. God, that was how long ago was that? It feels so long ago. It was a whole year ago. Oh my God. Been dealing with this shit. Listening to his shit for a year. I thought I was nice-ish. Call a spade a spade. I did. I called a spade a spade. Yeah, I don't know about the nerd. He did have. He's very condescending. He really, really is. I mean, that's a fact. 33.3. It feels like it. I know. Feels so long ago. I didn't think he was. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, kind of, but I mean, he might have been an ass to me, but I did sort of I didn't insinuate, but I said, you're not really being honest. So I would imagine that I didn't think that he was going to be like, oh, yes, you're right, Josh. You're so right. I'm sure that kind of put him on his heels because I did not feel that he was being honest at that time. I think that he misrepresented the way that our conversation went, and that's all I really know about.
Gemini 2 donated $5 through Super Chat. Thanks for sharing, Josh.
Oh, thank you, Gemini. I appreciate you very much. Let me see. Called him out and he tried to make you sound wrong in how you took what he said. Yes, I know. I know. You tried. But what I'm telling you is I didn't, of course, I thought he was going to end up being mean to me because, well, why wouldn't he? I told him that he wasn't being honest. He didn't like that. And then sort of, mentally sort of mental gymnastics. But again, it was Smiley's show and I didn't want to ruin the whole thing. I've done that before. I didn't want to do that. Wasn't if it was my show, it would have been different, but it wasn't. And I just didn't want to ruin the entire show. I could have. I didn't. But I could have. Last time I talked about assless chaps, I got called a predator. But what Chris said the other day was like, that wasn't predatorial. Listen to what some jerk off said to me. I'm going to read this to you. Oh, I have 17 notifications on Twitter. I don't even want to read them. It's just, I'm scared. Check this. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Listen to this. So I said on Twitter earlier, I said, it's okay for Chris Proudfoot to insult a woman by saying a woman sexually, by saying he wouldn't F her like that was an offer or something. It's not just blowing off steam. Seth calls him the C word and it's abomination. So this guy says, Josh, come on, man. You know, when a guy says he wouldn't F a woman, it means she disgusts him. Is there really a need to white knight for Seth every minute of every day? Let them work it out between them before Sebastian comes home. What the frig are you talking about? Josh, come on, man. You know when a guy... I know what he's saying. Of course I know what he's saying. I'm just saying, how is that okay? Like, I get told that I'm like misogynist, womanizing, blah, 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 blah. I've never said anything like that about anybody on YouTube. You won't find a rant like that from me. You know, I really just don't understand. Of course he's a fool. It's just weird. It's really, really odd. I'm telling you guys. Blowing off steam. There's a funny one. Off topic, but do you know who else had 5 marriages? Lori Vallow Daybell. I heard Jay say this too, that when Seth was going off on Chris, that it reminded her of Stephen Stearns. What the freak? Did anybody else hear that? Am I imagining that happened? Somebody sent that to me. I don't give a shit. She can play whatever she wants. They all say they don't watch. They all watch. Trust me. I can see them. They clip my shit right after I'm done all the time. I can see it. It tells you who's clipped your shit. Happens to me almost every night. I just thought that was a really odd thing to say. And then, I have the super chat thing reading out. I've been doing that for a couple weeks now. All of a sudden, Clue's doing it. Oh, I wonder who she watches. Who does that? That would be me. I know they watch me. I don't watch them. They watch me. I really don't watch them. The only thing that I watch are the clips that I get sent. But I don't just sit and, it's crazy. Crazy. Everybody wants a soundboard. It's like, what? Matter of fact, I want to hear. Well, the only way that I can tell that is when they clip my stuff. I don't go and look and see like, oh, are they watching or something? Like, I don't really care, but that's how I know. Where's the one? Little Skid Row. Boring. Okay, let me see here. Hold on.
We want to push this bitch in the algorithm. Talk about Blipboards, not giving a flying fuck.
Didn't stop Chris. Well, he's a chauvinistic pig. Male heir, and then it's talking about you have no respect for women, sir. And then you also attack,
No, I'm curious. I'm not attacking Jay. I think that it's a crazy thing to say, but how does this? Why would that remind you of Stephen Stearns, the guy that sexually assaulted his girlfriend's daughter for years and then killed her and dumped her? That's what that reminds you of? Jesus Christ. Excuse my language. Jesus Christos. Father, forgive me.
It's just fucking disgusting. Right. Josh just sits there and lets him say this shit.
Yeah, I did actually.
Bro, you said, well, you don't have the power to get a male heir. What are we in fucking feudal China?
He doesn't like China, man. I tell you that.
I don't know if Hong understands this is America. People could say what the fuck they want in America. If he has a problem with freedom of speech, you can go back to China, where we need to get farm hands to work. What the fuck's wrong with you? Then if TikTok Tony had a brain, he would probably talk to you and say, what the hell is wrong with you? You're so stupid, man. And you come on here and they say these weird fucking statements. You're saying, it's my son. Well, I mean, he was a stepfather. He paid for a lot of this stuff for your son, took care of your son, took him fishing. Didn't see any pictures of you taking him fishing, by the way. Took him all these places. I think
he's a sassy little bitch, huh?
He was doing a good job raising, co-parenting with you all.
Taught him to ride his bike.
Yeah, and it was a co-parenting situation. And at one point, you couldn't handle taking care of your son, and you needed time. And guess who was there? His mother, and then Chris. It's really fucked up that you basically continue to very make it small. What he did, he stepped in shoes that he didn't have to step into. And that's a lot of step parents. And I think you have a lot. I mean, I think Mr.
You should say a little more. You're not saying enough. You need to say more in between words, because you're not getting your point across. It would be much better if you were well,
you got this code red. I think you jumped on and someone called you up to do this. And I think you're being used, Seth. And I think in the end of the day, what's going to happen to you, Seth, is you're going to be alone and have nothing.
Yeah. Well, you would know about that.
Well, don't forget, Seth called Chris, a couple of weeks or...
Called you up to do this?
Let me see here.
What?
I will.
Of his son at this particular...
YouTube could win it.
Alimony.
Just want a fucking panel.
Was lured out because...
and you have the...
But whether... Okay, so if Sebastian would have been Samantha, I guess you wouldn't give as big a shit about her because a boy's better than a girl.
Well, he needs a male heir.
And an heir to what? His shoulder massager or his gaming system?
Either
What?
one. Whatever he wants to leave
I'm being dead serious. What?
Yeah, good for you.
What?
I don't know. I mean, like he's a very weird individual. Like listen, this guy's kind of a weird Seth. I mean, he wants to bring it back to the 1920s in the 1800s where the guy runs everything, but then he wants his wife to pay him alimony and wants her to pay all the bills and work. Like, okay, you can't have it that way. Either the woman stays at home and cooks and cleans and takes care of the kids, and you go out there.
What would you know about a woman being at home cooking and cleaning?
Work and make all the money, or we're back into the 21st fucking century, and everyone's treated equally and the women are treated equally. You can't have it both ways, Seth. It doesn't work that way. It's like 1640, yeah, right.
And I think
every time he says I'm hitting that bell.
We just saw why Seth could have never cut it in any branch of the military after what he said about, you being a pussy because you had to take orders. Veterans, enlisted, that's your boy.
That's your boy. That's your boy. Oh my God, dude. I mean, seriously, can you imagine having to listen to that voice every single day? Did y'all take your shoes off in your bathroom?
Yeah, let's shit on the veterans. Let's Seth do his group of morons shit on veterans. First, Betty says that they're trained killers. Then this guy just shits on someone because he takes orders to defend his country. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. A guy who has not been arrested, not been accused of any crimes, is innocent, and you guys shit on his service every 6 days, like 7 days a fucking week. It's just crazy.
Well, and I hate to tell you, Seth, but coming from a Gold Star family, you can fuck all the way off with your military talk. Fuck you.
Oh, now there's going to be like 4 people in the chat that go, ooh, good for you, whoever the small town girl. Oh my God, I'm so glad you said that.
I'm sorry you said that, small town.
I'm sorry you did that, small town.
Yeah, weird, man.
I'm sorry.
It's fucking weird. And Josh is just sitting there, like, go. I think I saw Tisme, who is the person that sits in BJ's chat, so I don't really take their opinions very lightly. He says, well, what about Clue? Didn't stop Chris. Well, there's a difference. One guy actually had to deal with 14 months of bullshit.
Wait a minute, was that his impression of me? God dang, you beat him. You suck so bad. Come on, man.
It's fucking weird. And Josh is just sitting there, like, go. I think I saw.
That's his impression of me? This is my impression of you, B. Tim. Yeah, Queen, I gotta tell you that I'm gonna transfer you some money so you can pay a lawyer that you'll never show receipts for that you promised everybody that you would.
Tisme, who is the person.
Thank you so much, B. Thugger.
That sits in BJ's chat, so I don't really take their opinions very lightly. He says, well,
like anybody gives a shit what you think of anybody's opinion.
About Clue? Didn't stop Chris. Well, there's a difference. One guy actually had to deal with 14 months of bullshit, absolute bullshit, and then seeing a kid that he raised being fucking pimped out on billboards, used as an advertisement tool for 3 dirtbags, and then having things like, these fucked up sayings. I'm not even gonna.
He's got a lot of opinions, like a ton. Way too many opinions for somebody who has nothing going on in life. Like, none of these people have anything going on. Nothing on the outside world. I mean, it's just obvious the amount of time that they live stream. I didn't even know people live streamed for 7 hours. I did not know that people did that. There are people that do it longer. I did not know that.
Repeat on it. and you don't even know if they're even talking this kid's like Sebastian Rogers is missing, and you have to deal with that.
And I'm going to say this too. There's one.
Gotcha. Here we go. Here's the fucking Wizard of Oz sounding in. Looks like he starred in a movie for the 1920 pandemic.
Distinct difference.
I got the Spanish flu. Get away from me, baby. You know I don't like Mexicans. I don't like Mexicans at all. Mexicans and blacks, I don't like them. It's okay, baby. It's just called the Spanish flu. Oh.
One was pre-planned.
It's just the name of it, baby.
One wasn't.
Yeah.
There's also distinct difference.
Have you ever got the African Nile virus? No.
Chris didn't go up and disparage military veterans and enlisted people. Chris didn't go up there. Chris didn't go up there and disparage.
Rowena, he went up there and said that somebody couldn't run backwards in a field full of dicks with their ass cheeks spread open and get laid. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Got it. Got it, bros.
Females, women, only a male can be an heir.
By the way, with the R comment.
Oh, here goes. By the way, I used to get called the R word all the time, all the way through high school and part of community college and night classes. Sometimes they would walk by and just push my head down and it'd bang right off the desk. And they told me that my spine needed to be stiffer because I would just kind of sit there like a little piece of jello, like a friggin', I don't know, what is that, a jellyfish or something. I go, dong, dong, dong. And they go, hey, you R word. But it's okay if Chris says it. It's not a big deal. I speak for everybody on this one.
I believe was made up by the neighbor. Oh, am I right with that one, or am I like off on that one? He said that Chris called him R.
That was
up from the neighbor.
That was made up by a fake neighbor, and you got Josh just like, I don't know. I've only covered this case for 12 months, and I don't know that. Maybe I should.
They can all fuck all the way off with this entire bunch of bullshit, because I'm going to tell you another thing that absolutely eats my fucking ass about what just fucking went down over there is that you want any of us to sit here and believe for 5 fucking seconds that everything you've done for the past 14 months has not been to purely chastise the fuck out of the mother and stepfather of your son. You can miss me with your fucking lies and bullshit, because what you just did was showed it.
Yeah. I mean, you basically said this was the reason why we put these things up, because we want to advertise Joseph Lasniak at night and Dog, and we want to go after Katie and Chris. And we want to use Sebastian as a tool for that, which is pretty fucked up in my opinion. And then you have the audacity to sue someone in Pennsylvania.
The what?
For up in my opinion. And then you have the audacity.
Can I get a ruling on that?
Which is pretty fucked up in my opinion. And then you have the audacity to sue.
The audacity? The hell's audacity? And you have the audacity. Did you hear what he said, baby? He said audacity.
Someone in Pennsylvania
missed me with that bullshit
for obstructing an investigation. Meanwhile, you don't even have the phone number to TBI. You have the phone number to fucking Dog or something, which, by the way, you're obstructing an investigation because that's not going directly to TBI.
B-Tim's never been right about one single thing. I'm not even trying to be mean to him here. I've listened to his takes a bunch of times. He's wrong every single time. If he was right one time, I would tell you, but he's always wrong. He says shit wrong. He doesn't know where the hell he is half the time. He skedaddles. I mean, what is he doing? I have no idea what he's talking about.
You are morbidly obese.
Of course, aren't we all?
Andrew the Giant.
He's just an idiot.
Like, are you out of your fucking mind? And then you got this guy not knowing anything. He's talking about like, oh, Chris said the R word. No, he did not say the R word to your son. That was a made up bullshit.
No, but he did. Okay, but he did say the R word, right?
Thing by a fake neighbor or something like that. Okay, that has been debunked. The whole belt.
Wait a minute, it has been what?
Neighbor or something like that. Okay, that has been debunked.
Debunked?
The whole belting incident was something like that. Okay, that has been debunked. The whole belting incident was once, and he admitted it.
Yeah,
but you, Mr. Seth Rogers, has a history of doing a lot of fucking borderline abusive behavior. Also, apparently, I saved my son from hitting the doorknob with my hand.
Debunked.
Well, don't preach to me about the R word when you're going to sit with a woman that calls your son defective.
Yeah,
right?
Crazy.
Shut the fuck up.
Crazy.
Like anybody cares what you think, Rowena.
Absolutely. Here you go.
And Chris realized the error in his ways, and he apologized. I mean, our generations, the generation I'm in, and probably Chris, that name we use, and I'm not saying it's right. Don't get me wrong here.
Here we go again with, well, my generation used it, and we use it, but it's not right. Like, just say you used it. Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
But when we were kids, that was something that was thrown around like constantly.
Right,
more so than an asshole.
They walked around and said you're retarded. That's what it was. They always retarded was a word that was commonly used.
Right.
There was other words that were commonly used. People have grown out of. They no longer say that. Obviously, they're like, okay, we have other words that we can use that are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Look, if you apologize and you mean it, I guess that's fine. That's right. Morbidly obese. It's one of the craziest things I've ever heard somebody say.
You are morbidly obese.
They're a little less hateful.
Exactly. And yeah, it was a common word. I mean, you know how many times I've called my kids that when they were growing up, and we would laugh it off.
No, I'm sure your little 4-year-old was like, yeah, that was funny. Mom called me the R word.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You guys have a good night. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hit that like button on the way out. Thank you guys for this the support and showing up. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Good night.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
Best late night show around. It's true. It really is. I don't care what anybody says. The best. Oh, it's the best. I always said it was the best. It's the best. I watched it and I go, wow, what a great show. What a great show. Great show, great host. The best host.
Straight to the dome and straight to the throat. Straight to the dome and straight to the throat.
Andrew the Giant. You are morbidly obese. The lab is my boss. Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
Right.
What's the point in causing any ruffles to be feathered?
I never knew there was a restaurant in Alpha Tower. I thought that was New York. It's one on top of the Shard in London. You can use money to eat there. Dollars. My friend went to the Alpha Tower restaurant last month. He went to the statue of Alpha Tower, the restaurant recently in the Alpha Tower. It's like a little restaurant there. You're morbidly obese. Andrew the Giant.
Straight to the dome and straight to the throat. Straight to the dome and straight to the throat.
Lab After Dark.
Straight to the dome and straight to the throat.
I'm sure that will be on the next file. And Big Tim said out, but that, well, that's actually a statement of fact. You're morbidly obese. Andrew the Giant. The lab is my boss.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know. I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.
What's the point in causing any ruffles to be feathered?
You're morbidly obese. You're morbidly obese. You're morbidly obese.
Straight to the dome and straight to the throat. Straight to the dome and straight to the throat.
Andrew the Giant. Andrew the Giant. Andrew the Giant. Andrew the Giant. Andrew the Giant.
Straight to the dome and straight to the throat.
You're morbidly obese.